Hi, thanks for stopping by. I'm Rob and this is Tinkerneering. Did you know there's a way to drop something in a field in upstate New York and pick it up again in a field on the other side of the Atlantic? Let me show you how. A few years ago my wife and I discovered the geocaching craze, a modern day treasure hunt that you can do just about anywhere because people have set up geocaches just about everywhere. The aim is to find the cache, update the log and swap something you want to be found with something somebody else has left behind. Which is why when we visited family in upstate New York, we took a pair of Geocoins with us. Our house is split 50-50 Welsh and English, so it seemed right to use Geocoins of the Wales and England flags. These coins have a unique code on them which you can use on geocaching.com to log where in the world you picked one up and where you dropped it. My wife's aunt and uncle have a place in Palmyra, New York, and that's where we stopped off on our vacation. It just so happens that there was a geocache just down the road that was big enough for us to leave our coins in. We found it just across this bridge over the Erie Canal. We dropped off the coins and they sat there for a short while until they were picked up by a family on their vacation, who asked if we minded them carrying our coins and adding some miles to the clock. Go for it, we said, and we followed their progress. They visited a number of geocaches around the Rochester area before setting off on a road trip down the length of the east coast of the USA, through Pennsylvania, past the nation's capital, Virginia, the Carolinas, Georgia, and down into Florida. Then they made the return journey back to New York and ended up being dropped off at Niagara Falls. Here's where the coins separated and went off in different directions. The Wales coin stayed in New York for a while before heading back down to Florida again, where it bounced around the Tampa Bay area. The journey continued from there, heading up through the middle of the US to Minnesota, visiting a few caches before travelling farther west to Arizona, with a brief trip to California. The Wales coin headed back to Arizona before travelling north to Washington State. It was at this point it was picked up and carried all the way to Ireland, where it kissed the Blarney Stone before jumping across to Scotland and the Orkney Islands. The coin then briefly returned to Wales in Colwyn Bay before taking an unexpected eastward trip to Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. Afterwards it returned to the UK and found its way to Cardiff. Being that close to home, we drove to the cache to pick up our coin, but it was gone. Somehow, after 23,000 miles, the coin had disappeared and it has not been seen since. But that's not the end of our story. Let's see what happened to the England coin. Leaving Niagara Falls, this coin took a different route. It crisscrossed the border, first hopping into Canada and then back to the US, through Michigan and down into Texas. Then it was picked up and brought all the way back to Europe, landing first in Germany, then Austria, Italy, Spain, France, Switzerland and Germany again, this time to be picked up and brought back to Cardigan Bay in Wales. Then we were contacted by the geocacher holding the England coin, who told us they would leave it in a cache near to home with a note that it was to be picked up by the owner. And when we got there, this is what we found. Our England coin had made a 10,000 mile trip back to home. Both coins ended their journeys really close to each other. But if we zoom out, you can see they took totally different routes to get there. So on our first attempt we managed to get one all the way home to South Wales, which is just fantastic. And now I want to try again with these. These are the red and green Tinker travel bugs. They both have a secret code on them which you can use on geocaching.com to find their entry. to log their progress and track their travel. Both tags have a secret mission which you can find in their listing. The race is on to see which one completes their mission first. I plan to release these tags before this video is out, so go track them down, help them along their way, and take a photo to share their progress. Just remember to stay safe at all times when you're geocaching. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.